Let me ask folks, what do you use for uploading your content? Are you old school Vimeo? And I say that in all due respect, because Vimeo is focused on one key aspect and one key demographic, or are you YouTube? The reason I bring this up is there's a story here that was just written in Android Authority, really talking about the benefits, the values, the differentiation between the two platforms, right? If you're creating content in mass, kind of like Tallboy and Art, we do a weekly show. It can be an hour long. If you're doing stuff like that and creation like that, more than likely, you're going to put it on YouTube. If you're more focused in terms of your delivery, and I say focus again in a positive connotation, if you're like an artist, you're a musician, and you're actually looking to charge people for specific streams, you're probably going to do Vimeo, because Vimeo, being a smaller organization, has the ability to actually push out your content by default at a higher bit rate. Right, YouTube is the 800-pound gorilla out there because it's free to upload content. You get to a certain point and then you can get monetized, but everyone under the sun can grab their phone, can turn on a camera, whatever, and throw some content on YouTube. That takes resources from networking, storage, computing, things like that. They make money by putting ads on your content, but again, they give you that flexibility and that ability to go live for $0. You can do that with Vimeo as well, but it's a little more controlled. You can't go as live as many times. On their free plan, you can't push out to as many platforms on their free plan on the Vimeo side as well. So Vimeo, I think, is really catered to those folks that are doing, I'm gonna say, like movies, right? Smaller producers and directors that are doing maybe short films and things like that, and they literally want to charge folks to see each of those bits of content off of the Vimeo platform. You got to get to a certain stage with YouTube before you can really start doing that inherently, right? As opposed to using something like a Buy Me a Coffee or what is it, the ticketing platform that you just acquired? Like Promotix, right? But you got to go to another location to charge people to see your unlisted or your private video. That's all integrated in Vimeo Premium if you pay for it. It's not cheap, but again, I always say you get what you pay for, and directly out of the Vimeo platform, you get a higher quality in terms of the overall streaming capability. So I used Vimeo back before I knew anything about YouTube, because Vimeo was what I was hearing folks were talking about using, and it sounded like it was fancy. So I signed up for it, but never really fully took advantage of it. Man, look at these pricing tiers, right? Plus was at $9 a month, 5 gigs a week of streaming, 250 gigs every year, only one user. You can create, you can customize your player, unlimited screen and webcam recording. Pretty cool. Step up to something like Pro, 1 terabyte a year, 3 team members. This would probably be something where we would be in, right? Just for all of the activity that we're doing. 20 gigs a week, review and approval, private team projects, customize your showcase site. So again, you're trying to set up an environment for different shows, different showcases, different events. We would probably be paying something like $24 a month for less capacity, right? A finite amount of capacity, 20 gigs a week, higher bit rate, higher quality. But for us, it just YouTube makes sense for what we're trying to do. And again, I guess we wanted to put this question out there and this story out there just so folks knew that both are still valid platforms. They just have very different use cases, and just curious to know what folks are using. Tallboy, you have used Vimeo back in the days, right?
Still using it.
Okay, talk to us about why you are still using Vimeo when, again, you're monetized and big enough on YouTube, right, to where that could be your sole primary location.
No ads. So if you want to watch a video with no ads, I can literally send that link out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't post a lot of videos on there, but I do post enough to where my more important ones that I want to be able to showcase to somebody and say as a highlight reel, or here's a piece of my work. Here's this video. You don't have to worry about clicking on the skip ads. Now, do I use it as often as I probably should? No, I do not. I'm looking at upgrading my tier from the basic to the pro
Mm,
for a certain project that I'm working on, that I think a lot of people will be impressed with. But like I said, the no ads is clearly, and then the other part of it is the showcases. So you can literally say all of the lab is considered a showcase. All of hit the spot shows are considered a showcase. So you can literally just say it's no different from a playlist, but it's no ads.
yeah.
And I think, people, we're dealing with people who don't want to watch commercials. It is frustrating as God knows what when you're watching a video and right when it gets to the good part,
Yes.
the commercial come on. Now,
Yeah.
I want the commercials so I can get paid, but if you're trying to show this to a client, it can be kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
So